Hello everyone, and welcome to my new series called Retrograde Shadow Work. I see that we can take advantage of the Mars energy. The Mars energy when entering its ruler sign of Aries in 28th of June, where it will go back and forth until early January next year. And Mars in Aries is about telling the truth, bluntly, not so politely, but squeeze out the truth. And since we also have many of our planets during retrograde, during this summer and this fall and early winter. So retrograde is to look back and finalize and redo what's need to be redone to create the new, to make place for new stuff. And I see this series about shadow work, retrograde shadow work, is a way for you to process and get rid of things that not need anymore, that not serves you anymore, to make space for the new that is coming that's coming now in the society, in the collective. And for that work, I have brought forward 5 oracle decks: the Les Vampires, the Alice of Wonderland oracle, the Checholi oracle, Gods and Titans, and Goddesses and Sirens, to trigger and process. And today we will make 5 cards, and then I will come back in a few weeks and see what happened. Would be very happy if you could comment what's happening to you, so when I come back in a few weeks we can go through your comments and see what you have learned, what this work has triggered, and that could be useful for other persons also doing the shadow work. And then I will add some new cards or new dynamic each time to get deeper and deeper and deeper down into what this could signify for you and what development it could take to release or integrate. And you know, on YouTube and on Google there is lots of videos and information about shadow work, so I will not spend so much time here to talk about how it works and why to do, more than release and let go of things you don't need or that's blocking you. I will focus more on actually doing shadow work and be the help and support to you to actually doing it, and guide you and follow you and support you in that work. To see your life path, to help you to your self-leadership and creating stronger and more vital relationships in your life. I couldn't help but putting out the story, because the tarot card has the capability of telling the story about shadow work. So I will use the cards here to give you that story. And we start here with the Four of Cups. Four Cups signifies a standstill, apathy, and not moving forward, feeling stuck here. And here comes the offering of the fourth cup, but not be able to receive things that are given to you. So that could be something that is telling you that you have something to work on. You don't have any energy and you feel stuck. Another symptom of that you have something that you need to let go of is the Nine of Swords here. Worries. How should I do? This is not working. I need to change this, but I don't know how to change it. Should I go this way or this path? Feeling stuck, that knowing I need to do something. It's my emotions, my body, my mind tell me that I'm not, something is not right, but I don't know how to fix it. And my perception about that will be shown here with the Five of Wands, that this struggle is not a struggle with other people. It's about your sub-personalities, that you have different sub-personalities within you that are fighting. Oh, I want to meet a new person. I need to feel loved and give loved. And being in a relationship with someone. And then you have another part within you that, yeah, but do you remember how it went last time? You get abandoned, you got hurt, you was crying, feeling very sad. I don't want to have any close relationship with anyone because that will make me hurt. And then the struggle is going on inside to feeling I need love, I need connection, I want to be in relationship. And the other party says, no, you will only get hurt. This will not be feeling well. So this inner battle taking place and not knowing what to do. And that eat a lot of energy. And from the Checholi Tarot, I brought this card, the One of Cups, where the little girl here, or the girl here, holds all her, or some of her sub-personalities and try to make them work together, to make them aligned, or at least stop the battle, get to know each other better. So this is a part of this shadow work, to find out what parts within me are in a battle and how can I get them not make me feel struggling and not knowing what to do. Because this is about having resources, the Four of Pentacles, but holding too tight to something that serves me very shortly. I have a gain right now. I will not get hurt. But I will not get any abundance because I'm stuck here. And it is a mind game within yourself about pros and cons and hidden emotions that get activated when you start to think about things that have hurt you before, backwards to your childhood or something that has happened recently. So the Eight of Swords here signifies that you have an internal battle, but it's self-created, consciously or subconsciously. And the stuckness here in the Five of Cups is that you see what lost, but you don't see what you actually have, both emotionally and resource-wise. Like the Five of Pentacles that have the sense of poverty, not having, and not seeing that within the doors here of the church, just enter the gates and then you will receive help. So it is within reach, but we are not we don't have the possibility to access it. And like the Devil card shows for us that when we are stuck, hold with something here, hold by the devil, you see the chains here that holds us stuck. The opening is very big here. You just have to take off the chains and then you will be free. So you have the possibility to be free. It's only you need to take that decision. So how to break free from these constraints, this fight? Because what we want is to be able to give and receive invitations to relationships. And we all have abundance within us that we can share with others. To have great relationships, to be together with other people. And the Lovers cards here, in this context, will have two significations. The Lover card, the number 6 of the Major Arcana, is about taking a decision. And it's also about to merge the duality, or at least get the duality to have less fights and start to accept that, okay, I have the sense of hurt and I have the need of love, that both these feelings can exist together and not need to fight each other. But when you take the decision to go into shadow work, here is a card from this deck, the Checholi Oracle, that when we have this Pinocchio here looking under the skirt, under this girl, and when you put your nose and dig into places, it can feel like, I shouldn't do that because this is very intimidating. This is very, this could hurt me, and maybe I should keep my nose out of this. So shadow work can be very challenging. You can feel very upset, be crying and feeling that I add more of worries and senses of feeling stuck. But so that is something that is needed to be taken a decision on, how to actually, I will do this, even though, because not everyone will get the sense of feeling hurt. Some will get the sense of relief very quick, and some will have a long path before finding the way to actually handling these subpersonalities, to get them to coexist and not fight each other. But when you make this decision to take a path to something new, there is also a decision about that I need to leave a belief that I have that firmly keeping me stuck, that I need to know that to create something new, the new sun, that new start that comes after death, I need to leave something to be able to create something new. So the Ten of Swords here show I need to surrender. I need to accept that I need to give up some beliefs that's holding me and jump on the fool's journey. I will do the soul searching, the shadow work, to see what new things I need to make. And of course, there is a need, like the hermit here, to go in within yourself and see, look for what's not working and what the conflicts are about, and need to put the swords to rest and contemplate recharging. And like the hangman, okay, I have the sense of stuckness, but I know I need to have a new perspective on this solution. And this process of going within yourself, searching and contemplating, and put down the fight, stop fighting. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want, and the avoidance. You will find a new way of creating your life, approaching your life, viewing yourself, viewing your subpersonalities. And you will take the decision that I will do in a new way to approach this problem that's getting me stuck. And of course, you will have the old way and the new way, both in focus. If I go the old way, I will get the same result. If I go the new way, I will get a new result. And sometimes I go the old way because I did forget to make an active choice about actually trying the new road I have seen here. So there will be a rocky road, doing the old way and doing the new way, until the new way start to feel not so dramatic, not so worrying and not so scary. So this could be like the Seven of Pentacles, that when the seed is created, it will grow, but sometimes we need to have patience that it will grow slowly, and we need to wait. And sometimes we need to go back and maybe think, okay, I had a solution, but I need to look for another solution also. And do like the Eight of Pentacles. do the training, do the hard work, and sometimes it feels easy, and sometimes it will feel like a hard work and very challenging and scary, mostly scary. But the final result is that your two sub-personalities can coexist together. So that's the goal here, to get these sub-personalities that are fighting within you to accept that they both exist and need to coexist, and put in use the one that serves you the best in each moment. Okay, I want to meet something, I need love, I want love. So I need to take care of the one that tells me, you know how it feels to get hurt if it don't work out, if you invest in a lot in this. And yeah, you say, I know that, but I carry you, my worry, close to me here, and I see you. So don't be afraid. But this is important to me, to have someone to love, to give love, to receive love. That is my life path. This is important values to me. And if I let you, the other sub-personality, control me not doing my life, I will not having my energy, my life energy cups refilled and abundant. So that's my story with the tarot cards here. And I prepared a checklist here for you if you want something more sturdy to hold on. So I prepared a checklist here. So first, of course, we need to create awareness that we are stuck and diffuse from this belief. So I guess the first is awareness, and also give it a name. The scary inner child that protects me from getting hurt in love. For example, you give it a name that suits you. And also forgiveness, acceptance, the integration part. Not try to, I want to lose this feeling, I want to hide it, I want to suppress it, I want to get rid of it. Because it is a part of you that is protecting you. But the protective voice is the voice of the scared one that need to be looked at and taken care of. And accept that, yes, I am scared. This part of me is scared. And also create perspective. Acknowledge your inner observer that, okay, I have all these sub-personalities, and I have this one that is very scared, that don't want to be hurt. And I have the other one that want to experience life, to be on my path in life. That you can differ between walking my path and creating my life and avoiding life, the scared part. And the inner observer is the the one inside you that actually are taking the decisions. And you have a choice here. Should I act on the feeling of being afraid, or should I act on the need of walking my path, following my values? And practicing and be aware of mindfulness, that stay in the moment, even if I'm feeling afraid, even if I feel tired, that actually have the grit to make active choices and be able to make new choices. Because the stacked energy is often about thinking of what happened that I don't want to happen in the future. So it looking backwards and looking into the future, and very little about being in the present moment, experiencing life vitally. So stay in the moment, take care of feeling afraid, and actually do what creates life in your life. Now this about love and love ache. That's only one of many shadow work items that could be actual for you. So you need to think, when you get aware of what value that actually gets suppressed, that not get manifested. So what are your values that need to be honored? Give the value a name, because this value that you want to honor is something that is part of your life path. So give the subpersonality that are scared a name, and give the value that you need to honor to be on your life path also a name. So when the inner observer here are going to take an active, conscious decision, that you easily can differ between the two feelings, the two subpersonalities. And of course, you need to connect the dots between what I try to avoid is, what does that reflect back to, what do I want to do? The value. So name your new behavior, your value, and take an active decision to act on the behavior that honors your value. And then commit to action. When a situation arrives that triggers the shadow response, the avoiding this response, stop, go to your inner observer, and make a conscious decision of making the action that honor your value. Okay, but just this disclaimer here, that this can trigger trauma from your childhood. So do you know that you are fragile and don't want to be more upset in your life? Postpone this to another opportunity. Okay, so just a quick reference to shadow work is something that Carl Jung described and found out. And of course that is a very valuable start, but it's very long time ago. And for taking his work further, I used the acceptance and commitment therapy model that is called the hexagon. that is the latest third wave cognitive behavior therapy learnings that we have as tools today, now when we know more about how our psyche work and how our body work and what we need to be happy and what we need to do less of in our life to have a fruitful, growing life. So I'm just showing it. This is what my model and the process I showed you here is based on the latest research within this area of working with growing as a person. Okay, so let's get started here. So I stop this video now, and then I will do the video for your sun sign, or Mercury sign, planet, or Venus, the moon, sun rising, because all our emotions are involved here. So it's only the outer planets like Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus that is out of this. So soon. Hello Leo, and welcome to your retrograde shadow work process. And the 5 decks here is waiting to be put in use, and I put out your powerful Leo card here to remind me of that you are here, and so you can overview this process. So let's get started. And take a card from Les Vampires and see what topic or area or energy we need to start this shadow work process with. Maybe you already have it in your mind what it could be, but so let's see if it's the one you are thinking about. Ecstasy, yielding, rapture, bliss. When I see the word ecstasy and look on the image of the girl here, this doesn't look like ecstasy to me. It doesn't look like bliss. All these green butterflies and green medallion here in her hair gives me green. For me is more like the heart chakra, so it's like flew up here, and so it's not in the heart, it's in the mind. Okay, so let's look in the guidebook about this card number 27. Ecstasy, what Lucy Cavendish want to tell us about this. And as a blessing, the ability to surrender to a higher power of your choosing is a valuable experience, as well as one which can provide intoxicating levels of the light. And the more curse, the more shadow view of this is being enraptured is close to losing yourself, which is one of the key to the ecstasy it creates. Be sure to stay in touch with your own soul and have a close friend who can remind you of who you are. So this is, the guidebook gives us very clearly that ecstasy has two sides. It can be a fantastic experience, but it can also put us off intoxicated mental and lose balance in life. And ecstasy, that is a part of life, because there is a place where we can create new things or discover new things or avoid life as it is. But we cannot stay in that motion, in that energy for longer times, because then it will deprave us of life. Okay, let's see what Alice in Wonderland can add information-wise or more to us to reflect on this shadow work topic about how to use ecstasy in your life, Leo. Falling, the unknown, descent, momentum, change. Okay. Are interesting that it's two pictures in one here. Here's the tube energy, that you're in a tube, then you can see that the hair, its wind comes from with under and pulls up the skirt, and the hair goes up, so it's like she's falling down here, the tube. And then we see here, not so clear, her arms that are here, that something gets magnified, and of course if you're dropping down a tube so quick, so the clothes and your hair is getting the strong air, there are a sense of momentum and the unknown, what will happen. This for me is I do not know what's happening right now, and I have a sense of losing control. I'm falling, and it's happening right now. Let's see what the guidebook says about this card. I wonder if I shall fall right through the earth. Oh, that's strong powers. And for divination, the in-between, the end of what once was, the letting go of who you were and rebirth into a new life. Unknown outcomes, complete immersion in the process of change. It's like the Fool card, that take the leap into something new, not knowing exactly what's going to happen, but have firm beliefs that something new, desirable, actually will materialize, to manifest. But I need to take that leap, of course, otherwise nothing will happen. Or at least I will not be the creator of what will happen. The more dark side of this card is holding on to what is no longer best for you, the fear of what comes next. inability to surrender to the process of change, wanting all to remain the same, even while change is taking place. So the stuck energy, it will not be helpful to try to stop the motion that you're in right now, to put out the arms and legs and try to climb to the inner walls of the tube. The motion is already there. Okay, I think we need another card here. Ecstasy and falling. What do you make out of that, Leo? Divine Leo. Let's see what divine Leo. Beautiful divine Leo. Here the little girl sits on the floor together with the rabbit. And the rabbit are holding a book with the outsides of the book looks like pink color and some image. And I get the sense that this floor is actually made of soft carpets. It's a soft floor they're sitting on. She looked very prudent here with her nice hair thing in her hair. So this looked like a very controlled, normal environment, and she has the full focus on the rabbit here. But I get the sense here that the stories the rabbit is telling her is not, they are fairy tales, they're not true. And she don't have her face directly looking, her eyes are looking at the rabbit, but her face is looking over here. So I get the sense that she knows that, okay, I need to sit here to listen to these fairy tales. We both know they're not true, but let's pretend. And then everything is under control. Then everything is safe. Let's look here what the guidebook says about this card. And then you can keep what resonates with you. Story time. Settle down now and let's continue reading the story. It has a special significance just for you, all in the language of fairy tales and fables. So you must be very quiet and listen well. Don't fidget. Don't think about all the other things you have to do. Just give your attention to the story that's been read to you in this moment. What have you learned so far? What do you hope will happen next? Okay, so the guidebook wants you to pay attention to what you learned so far and what action will you take? What do you hope will happen next? And the lighter view of the card is, who is the hero in your story? And the darker one is who is the villain. So who is the hero and who is the villain in your storybook here? So this ecstasy falling story that is this who's the hero and who's the villain? Who of your sub-personalities is the villain and who is the hero? Okay, you reflect on that, and I will put out an archetype card. Gods and Titans, that's masculine energies. How peculiar. Dionysus, representing ecstasy, is coming out here. And from what I see here is looking like he holds a cup of something that's have drugs inside it, alcohol or some other poisonous thing that he's drinking. He look intoxicated. And it's woman in front and behind, so it looks like have something to do with sex. I get a sense of addiction here, or avoidance, distraction. Let's see what the guidebook here want to point out for this card. Let go. Feel the freedom of pleasure at its most divine. Reject the mundane. Ooh. And the shadow side of this card is overindulging in activities that give us this high is not part of Dionysus' plan. Partying just for the sake of partying too hard is not healthy for anyone. There is a fine line between frenzied madness and true ecstasy with Dionysus' energy, and this should always be respected. Okay, so I think we already learned this during this reading, that we need some ecstasy in our life, but when partying for partying itself, then it's not moderate anymore, and then it will get harmful instead. So it's another reminder, we need it, but not overdo it. I sound like a boring father to my teenage girl. And actually I have one. But she's only discovered the overusing of smartphone and TikTok. So boys and drugs are not on the agenda yet, anyway. So let's see what female energy need to be added in this process. Oya, power. Yeah, I guess that in all these cards I get not much motion, I get more emotion. So of course, to assist here, there are a need of action taking place, action with power. And I sense that the power here is about self-control in this reading. But see what the Oya card, what the guidebook says about that. Change is welcome. Allow the storm to pass, as it is necessary to clear the way. You are protected in your search for equality. Do not misuse your power. And the shadow side of this card is Oya is a ferocious storm bringer. I stop here because, yes, of course, to self-control that a storm will break out, to bring in self-control. If you call upon her without good cause or purely for revenge against the person that you're changing away from, then this energy may be turned upon you. True power is handled and sent from a centered place, yet in this day and age we see power misused everywhere. Oya's warrior energy is fierce too. There may be alternatives to such a forceful, action-oriented approach. I'm not sure if this resonates with you, but for some of you out there, this card gives the sense of urgency to act now. To take care of the storytelling here. Okay, I leave you to contemplate on this. I will do an update in 2 weeks, in a fortnight. So I would be very grateful if you comment below, say what resonate and not resonate with you, what happened within you during this process. So you can share it with me and share it with everyone else, seeing and reading. And that will be a part also of my update, the comments. So in a fortnight, I will put out some Checholi tarot cards and maybe some 1 or 2 oracle cards to deepen and clarify what's been revealed here today. So please comment, and if you did like this, put the like button and subscribe, so we surely see you. So I see you again in 2 weeks. So bye bye, Leo.